Hell yeah. Welcome, everyone. Is it secret? Is it safe? To EXP Gain. The show that shows you that not all those who wander are lost. Today, we are playing The Lord of the Rings, The Third Age for GameCube. Now, I know what you're thinking. Wow, Evan, you're starting a brand new series? You have like 4...
The world of Middle-earth is changing.
You have like 4 series going on at the same time right now. We got Metroid, because we're playing Metroid Fusion. We got Croc 2 because we're playing Croc 2. We've got Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney because we're playing those games, and we're playing Oblivion, so we're kind of like, even though we're doing it out of order, we're playing the Elder Scrolls games. We're playing Backyard Baseball, and now we're starting The Lord of the Rings. Well, let me tell you, I've got some updates. First of all, Croc 2 will be, we are playing Croc 2, it's going to happen. I have to get it first, though, and I get all of my games through, God damn it, I didn't mean to do that. Alright, we'll pause, and I'll let you get the story of this game.
The world of Middle-earth is changing. The beauty of the elves fades. It passes into legend, into myth, into dreams. The ancient spirits of earth, fire, air, and water, who once roamed this earth freely, are forgotten. But it was not always so. In Eregion, long ago, the elves were given secret knowledge to forge great rings of power. They were precious beyond all else, for within each was bound the strength and will to rule. But they were deceived, for the giver of this knowledge was evil's great servant, Sauron.
Sauron.
In the fires of Mordor he forged in secret one ring to rule them all. And with it Sauron enslaved the races of Middle-earth. But not all.
I hope I don't get taken down by New Line Cinema for this.
Fast.
New Line, I'm not making any money off of this. Don't get me wrong, I'd love to be. I mean, I guess it'd be my dream to get paid to do anything Lord of the Rings related. But, don't take this video down because I've got music from Lord of the Rings. Maybe I should turn it down, though, so that their stupid little algorithms don't catch all this admittedly amazing music. I know that I'm not actually funny, but this is technically transformative. I'm making jokes and commentary over it. And I'm convincing anyone to buy this game and send you money even though you're not selling this game anymore.
The ring was cut from Sauron's hand.
The Lord of the Rings: The Third Age is the property of New Line Cinema, and all scenes and footage from Lord of the Rings is property of New Line Cinema.
Ruler of all free men performed this deed.
I don't know. I don't know how YouTube works. I don't know if they're actually going to go after me for this. They better not. I'm a fucking Lord of the Rings fanboy.
But he became weak, and the line of men failed.
They're just recounting the story of the Isildur. We've all seen it.
The ring escaped him as history became legend.
It's pegged by like 3 arrows, yeah.
Legend became myth.
Yeah, he floats down.
And things that should not have been forgotten were lost.
Also, do they have algorithms to catch voice actors' voices? Can Ian McKellen sue me for this? I don't know. Please do, because then it'll give me like an avenue to talk to Ian McKellen, whom I love. That's attractive. I feel like the transition from Smeagol to Gollum probably was a little bit more gradual than that.
Began. But the realms of man divided, and their great cities weakened. And in this age, the evil powers again arise. Yet some hoped for unity in the face of the coming darkness.
Oh, Hugo Weaving.
To Rivendell, the elves called the greatest of all races. With them came Boromir, son of Gondor's steward.
It's your boy.
And there, at the council of
One does not simply...
a great and desperate plan was conceived.
One does not simply
Join us in our quest.
join in your quest.
Face the power of
One does not
Mordor.
simply face the power of Mordor. One does not... I mean,
Help
that's close
to
enough to the
turn
actual
the
quote.
tide.
To help turn the tide. To help turn the tide. Alright, so this...
Warrior of Gondor. Your
Okay,
road here
yeah.
will not be an easy
Alright, so,
will be risky
basically...
that is to come.
the update is that we are going to play Croc, but I have to buy Croc 2. And that I get all of my like games that I don't have. I get them all through online. So I have to buy it off of freaking eBay in order to get it. So it's going to be a little bit before I actually have the game.
Stand aside, creature. You are in my way.
Sleep with the worms this night. He talks like the freaking ghost of Christmas Past from the Disney Christmas Carol. Your past. Alright, so real quick, before we get started here. Actually, I should probably... Well, no. Before we get started here, I'm going to go over some things. Croc 2, it's coming. I just have to buy Croc 2. So, that's a game that we're not going to be able to play yet. And then, Backyard Baseball. Big update for Backyard Baseball. I'm sorry if you are a fan of that game and you don't watch this video. I'm not going to continue playing that right by myself. I'm not going to do the seasons like I said I was going to at the end of that. The second episode of Backyard Baseball. I'm not going to because it just doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel entertaining. You can pretty clearly tell that I'm not a baseball fan. I'm a fan of the game. I'm just not a baseball fan. I may play it again if I ever actually pull through and start recording videos with like other people. Because I did have this idea where I bring in like a guest and we kind of play, and that would be a fun game to play with a guest because we're not playing against a computer and it can get competitive. So that series is going on hiatus. We'll call it finished, solo finished, but it might continue if I ever end up having a guest on this channel. So that opens up a slot, and Croc obviously that opens up a slot. And once again, that was kind of Backyard Baseball's thing, was that it was a one-off game. Standalone, I guess, stands for like the episodes where I beat the game in one episode, like Breakout. But one-off still kind of stands for like a game that isn't part of a series. It's just by itself. This game, Lord of the Rings: The Third Age, is a one-off. And not only that, it's a long-form one-off. This is a long fucking game. I've only beaten this game once in my life. I mean, I guess I'll say real quick, not go into it very much, but I was playing this game for Series Gaming. Kind of like Metroid Fusion. I was in the middle of playing this game. I'm going to restart it and play it with you guys. Because I love this game, so why not? Oh, that's not good. He's immune to me. Oh. Game over. Game over. Well, thanks for joining me, guys. Thank you for joining me for Lord of the Rings: The Third Age. Ooh, that's cool.
Return to the shadow, slave of Sauron.
Nice FMV. That's the line from freaking Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship, when Arwen calls the water horses down the river Bruinen. Oh my god, this is either going to endear me a lot with anyone who watches this, or really scare people away.
Grace has been given to me. Let it pass to him. Let him be spared.
You stole that from Fellowship.
To you I bestow this gift of my people. It braces the soul and binds the hearts of others.
Gee, thanks.
I live because of your bravery, my lady. What favor might I grant you?
There is no
I got
time.
a favor I can
Hurry.
grant you.
We must find your equipment and heal your
My
wounds.
sword and companionship. Dang, I was hoping she would say something else. No. That's a thing that I'm going to say. For those of you who've played this game, we are not going to watch those. What you do in this game, I guess I'll do a cinematic turnaround here of this handsome, chiseled man. So this is a game that is basically a Final Fantasy clone. And we're going to play through it. You're going to learn how big of like I said before, it's either going to push people away or endear me to them, because this game is the game that's going to prove how big of a fucking nerd I am, if Oblivion hasn't already done that. As I said in one of the Croc episodes, I love Lord of the Rings. I love it. I have an encyclopedic knowledge of the things of Lord of the Rings, more so than things that actually matter. Not that these things don't matter, but you know what I mean. I already got something. I already got an item. We got a Third Age Gondorian scouting shield. Basically Boromir's shield. For those of you who haven't played this game, basically as you play through this game, you get these, called Scenes of Middle-earth, which are cool little, like, 30-second video clips from the movies. And Ian McKellen, as Gandalf, does this cool narration over it. We're not going to listen to him because, I don't know. I mean, once again, if I'm wrong and you guys want to listen to him, let me know in the comments and I'll do it. If I don't hear anything, yeah, we're not going to listen to him. They don't give you too much information that really matters at the end of the day. There is some awesome, like, poetic moments in these things. Like, they're very, very, the narration the lines that Ian McKellen is reading, they are really well written. I'll tell you that, right? I was very impressed because I've played this recently, obviously, for serious gaming, as I just said. But yeah, very, very well written. But we're gonna skip them for now, unless I'm told otherwise. Oh look, an orc sword warrior. So yeah, this is a Final Fantasy clone. It's basically a turn-based action RPG game. Basically what you can attack with a sword, which is just a normal attack. It doesn't cost anything, and it does a little bit of damage. It doesn't cost any action points, which are points you need to do in order to, or spend in order to do some better things. The things Barathor can do, he can attack, or he can taunt the foe for 5 AP. He can exclusively draw an enemy into combat, so they only attack him and not our elf friend here. Swordcraft, these are like sword skills to use against an enemy, and leadership, these are buffs. I'm a fan of the buffs. Company might, yep, that increases all attack damage. Another thing we're going to discuss is how I fucking love almost all the sound effects in these games. They're awesome. I'm going to do it again just because it sounds awesome. How do you not feel emblazoned by that? She has Swordcraft, which is the same thing as Barathor's, and then Spirit Powers. So here's what happens. This is how this game works. Every time you use one of these skills, you get a point towards that, like, skill set. So if I use Fluid Strike, that's up there, you can see it's just a powerful melee attack. If I use that against him, and you look up next to my picture, it now says +1 to Swordcraft. Basically, Once you get so many of those, you unlock a new skill. In order to get the most things, I'm basically just explaining what those little hint boxes. Can I turn those off? I don't need them. Oh, by the way, I'm playing this on medium. I hope you don't mind. Yeah, you can't. I don't know. I like to switch off and use them one after the, or use one exclusively until I unlock the skill, and then I'll go to the next thing. With the exception of like Barethor's like leadership skills, I always use those at every, like at the beginning of every battle, because the buffs obviously make the battles easier. You want to buff your whole team so that things go by, like, why would you not use a buff that makes your attack strength stronger? Oh, now we're up against an archer too. So I'm going to focus on her swordcraft until she goes up. And I like to keep them equal and go down the line. So I have, as soon as I get the next skill in the sword strikes, I'll probably keep using the sword strikes until I get 3. And then I'll use spirit powers because those take 3. Obviously, once again, if the situation calls for me to use something specific, like if Barethor's really injured and I need to heal him, I'll use Gift of Elrond. That's a heal. So, but for like these normal little skirmishes with orcs, I'm gonna work on trying to get as many of my skills going as possible. So I'm gonna use Company Might. Charge! Oh crap, I only have 5 AP. You can use items in this game. That's usually how you recover AP in order to keep using things. Like, yep, I need to use Lumbus on him. He's out of AP. A boom. A Gaziga boom. Guardian Strike. That's a powerful melee attack. Watch this. Right up your bum. Right up your gizzard. Oh no. I got hit right in the center of me health bar. I'm gonna hit you with a fluid strike. Take this fluid strike right up your bum. And you. I don't have any AP to use for you. But we will level up after this, I'm pretty sure. We're pretty close to leveling up. And when you level up, you regain health and AP, so... whatever. Swish, swoosh, swa, swoo, ha. You gotta love that. Boom! We leveling up. We leveling up. You know how it is. We leveling up. So when you level up, we gotta go to... we gotta go to stats. And we gotta level things up. So basically when I was a kid, when I played this game, what I used to do was just keep them all equal. And once again, just go down the list. So once these are all... it's got to go to one of these. I always go with the top one. Now, I kind of like... I do that at first, at the beginning of the game. Right when we get around enough for me to like see where they're lacking in those areas, I'll start paying more attention to those areas. Like, if he is doing fine, but he can't hit for shit. He keeps missing everything. I would go for dexterity, even if there's other skills that are lower, because this increases the % chance of striking an enemy with both melee and range. So I need that. But once again, through this first part, I'm just going to go up the line. There we go. Nothing to equip, and we're good. We got some lembas bread. Oh, it's the trolls from the movie. That's one of the trolls. Weirdly enough, they're supposed to be in groups of 3, and that troll looks nothing like the troll it does in The Hobbit. That looks like a freaking weird mountain troll. That's not even not a cave troll or mountain troll, and it doesn't look anything like the freaking Hobbit movie ones. But you know, they couldn't have possibly accounted for that. So basically, yeah, I guess I'll talk a little bit about my love of Lord of the Rings. I fucking love Lord of the Rings, both the books and the movies. I try to read The Hobbit like once a year. Oop, we got an item for Idriel. First Age Galathrim Spirit Warding Pendant. A pendant given to the kin of an ancient woodland elves. Oh, she's got a necklace on now. How sweet, how quaint. Anyway. Oh, it actually didn't raise our health and... Well. We're just gonna have to level up again and hope it levels up. Love the books, love the movies. I watch the movies like multiple times a year, but I try to read The Hobbit once a year, and the Lord of the Rings books like I've read in high school, and then I read once outside of high school, so not near as often as the other things, but still, it's a very important book series for me.
On the road.
Yes, I know.
Who could it?
Patience.
I'm looking for Boromir of Gondor. Have you seen him?
No, but I do see orcs ahead.
Bruh! I do see orcs ahead. 3 of them, actually. 2 archers and an orc warrior. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna raise our attack, because that's what you gotta do. And she's gonna use Fluid Strike against this. Very, very formative movies for me. I can't watch any of them without crying. Always do. I guess I'll get this out of the way. I would say like my all-time favorite fictional character in anything, even though I have to, before I say it, I have to stress that as much as I love Lord of the Rings, I won't say I like it more than Star Wars. Star Wars is, and always will be like my #1 favorite. Even though there are things in Star Wars that I fucking hate, and I'll go into that when we play a Star Wars game, I still love Star Wars more than anything. Lord of the Rings is a close second. Like, franchises, movies, all that, yes, it comes second, but it is second in everything. Except one thing, apparently, which is my all-time favorite fictional character. My favorite character in anything is Aragorn. It always is. It has been since forever. Since I watched those movies and read those books, I have... Oh... Well, there's no going back now. I just saved over my playthrough that I was playing before I started this YouTube channel, where I was in like the third last area of the game. Well, we just committed. Gotta love it. There we go. I knew there was one around here somewhere. Slime of Orthanc. Oh yeah, here's the scene.
Inside, Gondorian. Your wounds must be healed.
Weapons. Provisions. The elves are very resourceful.
Long have we kept such way stations for times of great need.
I am Berethor, captain of the Citadel Guard of Gondor.
And I am Idriel. I serve Galadriel, Lady of Light. Take what you need, and let us be on our way.
Oh no, I thought I was going to get a scene that I needed to watch. But yeah, I've literally like tried to model myself as a man after Aragorn. He's just so honorable, and people look to him for leadership, and he leads in a way that's like perfect. He's not arrogant. He's not forceful with the people that he's leading. He's like the ultimate perfect form of what masculinity should be.
Even spies, my caravan is in danger.
Those crows seem guided by some fell purpose.
It is the hand of Isengard. The White Wizard has betrayed us. Hurry!
Hurry! The White Wizard has betrayed us. The White Wizard Saruman. Or Gandalf, I'm not entirely sure. Actually, just kidding. Gandalf is not here yet. He's still Gandalf the Grey. You'll hear lesser... Oh, God. You'll hear a lot of short, quick little fucking impressions of Ian McKellen as Gandalf. Terrible, terrible impressions, but impressions nonetheless. Yep. Oh, no, that's where I came from. So I'm going to go in this one. And hopefully there's a little more for me. Yes, yes, quite. We'll equip all these in a second. But yes, Aragorn's my all-time favorite fictional character. Okay, jeez, that scared me. Second, a close second is Obi-Wan Kenobi from Star Wars, and third is probably Luke Skywalker from Star Wars. But Aragorn beats them both out. Like I said before, he's a perfect example of what masculinity should be. He's like masculine, but in like he's like a man, but he's also not afraid to like be emotional and like accept his emotions. And he processes them like perfectly. Like the best thing that everyone knows is that.
There are too many.
Man, it looks like they're just harassing them like a bunch of teenagers.
Boom!
Here they go. You paid for that, scum. Give me a wisp. And the best thing that everyone fucking goes after and says and uses as an example is that he's a man who's unafraid to be tender. In fact, one would say that he's tender most of the time. He's like when Boromir... Oh, by the way, I'm getting this out of the way too. If for any reason you haven't watched Lord of the Rings, these videos are going to be full of spoilers. Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. It's going to be full of them. So if you haven't watched those movies and you care about spoilers, first of all, what the fuck are you doing having not watched Lord of the Rings in 2022? Do yourself a favor in the world and go watch those movies. And two, there's going to be plenty of spoilers, so you have been warned. Like when Boromir dies in Fellowship of the Ring. Like he kisses his forehead and he's clearly crying, and it's like that always spoke to me as a not really a child, but like, and I don't want to say young adult either because I was younger than a young adult, but that really spoke to me and said like, oh, men shouldn't be afraid of showing emotion to other men or women. And that's why I've kind of tried to model my life that way. I don't... I mean, I can't really think... I can't remember any time like a video game has made me cry. I'm sure it has. But I don't think it happens that often. Movies make me cry literally all the time. But, I'm sure there will be a point, if I keep doing this channel, there will be a point when you will hear me cry. Because of a story reason with the game we're playing, or like if there's an emotional attachment, you'll probably hear me cry. Because I'm a crier. And I'm okay with my emotions. I'm okay with that. Aragorn's the one who taught me to be okay with my emotions as a man.
They will trouble you no longer.
Oh.
You have found him.
What do you mean by
You
that?
have found?
It is nothing. Hasten to Rivendell. I have cleared the road for you.
I am grateful, but you must return now to the passes. We saw evidence of recent battle there.
Come, Gondorian. Some may still survive.
She, that elf was eyeing me. She was like, you found him, and also, oh, he's cute. You should ask him out. Which, spoiler alert, she fucking does. Oh, I guess I should also say I'm gonna try not to, but there's probably gonna be spoilers for this fucking game in here at points too. because once again, like I've said, I've beaten this game once, but it was like many years ago. But obviously, judging from that last thing you just saw, I also have played this pretty recently. So, ooh, we're going from a longsword of Gondor to a Ithilien longsword of the Rangers. Look at that hilt! Look at the hilt! Oh, fucking yeah. Also, one of my all-time favorite, like, weapons in all of everything, all of fiction, Anduril. Aragorn's sword from, the reforged sword of Narsil. Yeah, dude, that if I can, my dream is that at some point in my life, I'm going to own a replica of Anduril. That's literally been my dream since I was a very, very small child when I first watched these movies. I mean, I couldn't have been that young. These movies came out in like the early 2000s, and I was around. In 2000, I was 9. So, but yeah, we're gonna keep playing. We're gonna enjoy ourselves. We're gonna have fun going through and experiencing some Lord of the Rings. I mean, I once again, I'll attempt to be funny, but I'm just not funny. What I am is knowledgeable about things Lord of the Rings related. So, but we'll try. I'll try to be funnier. This was more of a setup episode. I apologize if I wasn't very funny, but look at his walk. Look at this man's silly walk. Boom ba doom ba doo doo doo. Ooh, I'm Barithor. I'm a Gondorian captain of the Citadel. I'm going after Boromir because he said that I couldn't go to Mordor. Look at me, I'm silly. Fuck you, you know? I thought there was a way for me to zoom in on his face. Look at that. Look at that dandruff.